Hello, let's talk about How to Kill a Monkey. Now, How to Kill a Monkey follows the life of Efe and Oboz. Mainly Efe because Efe is our lead character here. Efe was a guy that was struggling with poverty, like he was neck deep. In fact, at this point, he was whole body deep in poverty and suffering. This whole thing compounded when his wife had triplets, although they lost one. Like he could barely make ends meet. He was working in a restaurant and he was trying to get his app to sell, but his app did not sell. Now these things took a turn when he met with Oboz. Oboz was like his university friend he saved at some point in time, and then Oboz, on seeing him, was excited and decided to lend a helping hand. Now Oboz was an illegal businessman that dealt in all sorts of craziness, from doing stuff diabolically and fraud and all of that stuff. So you can imagine that the help he would render would definitely center on his illegal dealings. Now, if he at first refused the help that was being rendered, to him, but when push came to shove, he decided to take on the job and work with Oboz. Now, this whole series followed their lives, them trying to make more money, and Oboz being the crazy, illegal, money misroad guy. That's how I tried to describe him. Somebody that had money but was very classless. In my opinion, he was a classless guy. He didn't know how to behave himself. On the other hand, Ifemini was somebody that was educated and was trying to make the legal money they were making work for him. Now, on no account were these two innocent at any point, because I keep hearing people calling one person the victim. They were both bad people, period. Now, we can decide to describe the level of badness, but they were bad people. Now, this whole series followed their life with their dealings with family, kingpins, the law, and even their own friendship. Like, they were navigating these things, and it was crazy. Now, what did I enjoy about How to Kill a Monkey? Everything. I loved it so much. I think it was very well done. The angles, the shooting, the cinematography was beautiful. The acting from Oboz. Oboz was played by Buchi Franklin, and I loved it so much. I've never been one to doubt the prowess of Buchi, but if there's anything I needed to reinforce how good I think it was this series. Now, William Benson, I've seen him in a couple of things, but this was the first time I was seeing him in a lead role, and I think he did amazing. People like Lilian Afegba in the role of Idia, fantastic. Tenny Aladise as Evie, beautiful. Stella Damasos. There were so many players in this movie, and I think that Kemi Adetiba has done another one. And I saw people talking about how, oh, this is not up to Kemi's standard. I say that that's a lie. I think it was very well done, and I think Kemi Adetiba outdid herself in this show. It got a lot of people talking. I watched it in like a night. I am not one. When it comes to series, I like to take my time, but I think this was very well done. The music score, beautiful. I think this is like a strong 9/10 in my books. So let's talk about the characters in To Kill a Monkey. Let's start with Buchi Franklin as Oboz. Buchi Franklin, fantastic actor, but let's talk about Oboz. Oboz na proper money misroad boy. Person wey you get money, boy, you know just know how to adjust to that money we don't get. Very classless guy like this. Like, he was such a thug. That thuggery. No feel living body, even with the money we don't get. Let me try to talk about this in pidgin because it was Edo pidgin they were speaking. I'm from Edo State. I don't even know if I still have the pidgin in me, but let's see if I do. Oboz na proper money misroad boy. Like, you don't get all the money, but you know just feel arrange himself to the standard of the money we don't get. Very high. Any small thing fight, any small thing street, he just wants to scatter everywhere. And now I was saying some people calling Oboz victim. As how Oboz be victim? Abeg. Person wey just hear say Efe thief money, e no even ask question. Person wey you don't do business with for a person wey save your life, you just carry leather put on top your head say, I hear say you want thief money from me. And people were talking about him, he's a loyal guy that if Efe betrayed him. I'm like, Asasao, are we watching the same film? Oboz was a bad person, bad to the bone. Which type of loyalty does he even have that you can't sleep with his friend's daughter, give her, impregnate her, and deny it? Oboz was a terrible person. I don't care. He was a terrible person. Maybe, yes, maybe every time, like, he always gave the excuse that it was because he was drunk. But see, that doesn't cut it. Every single time where they want to attack their family based on the decisions where Oboz they make, now if they always collect. Every time if they collect. So please, I beg, Oboz was a bad person. He was not a victim. Maybe if he shouldn't have put hand in his death, but I think he got what was coming. Period, final. He was a bad person, but I think Buchi played the role so well. Let's move to Efe. Efe, to me, I'll call Efe a victim of circumstances. It does not mean that he wasn't bad. It doesn't mean that he didn't do crazy things. No, it's not going to excuse his behavior. He was just a victim of circumstances because every single thing that he did, every decision that he took was because he thought that he was trying to make the best decision. He wanted to make money. That's why I call him a victim of circumstance, because for this life, every decision where you make, you got to live with the consequences of it. That's what I've realized. All of us, we get to deal with the consequence of our actions. It doesn't matter whether you had an excuse for it. And that was what happened to Efe. Efe, he was still struggling with morality and doing illegal things. One person said this in one review that I saw, and I agree so much. He said Efe was not selfish enough. Because it to say if a day selfish, if Ofi, like, he would have been able to get away with some of the things that he would have been able to get away, because he was a smart guy, but he was just, don't be selfish. This is just based on a film, but still, like, so I don't know, I won't say he deserved what he got, but like, I saw it coming. Like, there was no escape for him. So if he's sorry, and advice to everybody, if you know say you no get liver for bad thing, no do am, because doing bad thing is 100% liver, and 100% commitment. You can't be half. You can't be saying, oh, I want to do bad thing to a certain extent. If you want to do bad thing, do it with your full chest. No, they don't be trying to be, principled in your badness. Do 100% badness, 100% commitment to that badness what you want to do. That's what me, I don't realize for my own life. Say, the day where I go say I want to do bad thing, now me, God go use as example. So I know the bother. Anyway, moving on to one of my favorite characters, Lillian Efegbai as Idia. I just say, now my husband, they follow talk like this. I say, hey, what? Lillian brought her A game. Idia was this, the combination of two of them, Idia and Ubos, now combination of money misroad people. It was showing in the way they were dressed. This way they could just jam money, and they have to show everybody that they have this money. See rings, see outfit, like everything just they represent. And honestly, I feel like Idia na the correct wife of bad boy. Now, so if you don't know the work where your husband they do, and you support the work where your husband they do, where they chop the money where your husband they bring, just use your full back, collect the like just follow her. Now, wait if piss me for that Nosa that was played by Stella Damasco. That Nosa was a very, very useless wife. I'm sorry to say. People were saying, oh, she's if you know that you can eat the money of badness, you should be able to also eat the shege that comes with the badness. Now, feel me. Now, wait me, I think. Because no sir can't they do self-righteousness. You go do like this, you go come back. You go do like this, you go come back. You say, do this, the guy will go do it. And I say, oh no, this is all you. Girl, stay one place now. If you know say you want to chop the money of the badness what your husband they do, make sure say you say you go support him. Support him with your full chest. This is my pidgin. Is it pidgin? It's like whatever, if I'm speaking the pidgin outside camera, it sounds great. But now that I'm recording, it sounds crazy. But please, I'm an adult girl. And this is follow come from heaven. Anyway, moving on. I don't already enter Nosa self. Nosa, she was one of the people that annoyed me so much. Because, like, I don't like people that are Oshokolo Shakala. Stay in one place. If you want to be bad and enjoy the benefits, she carried 25 million, buy a bag. Now she worked that 25 million. And she was using that to brag. She was using as bragging right now. If you work that money, if you don't say you want to chop the money from bad things, please chop it. Ready to support, ready to bear the consequences too. Not they do like this, they do like this. I don't like people like that too. If I dare your back, if I say I'm supporting you, I support you like this. Now, if I don't support you, if what you are doing is bad and I don't support you again, I will come out. I don't go even chop any of the benefits of the things what they do. I will just come out my hand. Another person will vex me for this and that EVA. Jesus Christ. If I fit catch that EVA, I fall her neck. Because what about Omwale child is this one? You were like, oh, she didn't grow up in the house, so it was as a result of how she grew up. That's what I'm saying on Twitter. Let me tell you something. Every single person on this earth, we have excuses to misbehave. Everybody can give you whatever it is that you consider a legal reason to misbehave, but it does not give you the right. It doesn't give you the right to misbehave. But the painful thing about this life is that sometimes people that do crazy things, they get away with it. And I waited to that EVA. Because someone like that is not supposed to jam him. How you go search all over the world? You say, oh, you're not raised with love, you're not raised with this, you're not raised with that. You now search all over the world, and the only person that tell alone to sleep with and give you belly to fall in love with, now boss, your friends, your father's friend, your father's ras criminal illegal friend, and you know about his illegal dealings. Nothing pain me more than the part where she was telling Obos that she was pregnant, and then when Obos was like, it's not be me get pikin, go find the person who get the pikin. She now insulted Obos' wife. Obos just jack her neck and said she should kneel down. This girl was still begging for love. He still vexed for her papa, say, oh, her father is the one that's not allowed to have love. Even if they starve you for love, I think you should be looking for love that will be a little bit palatable for you. Please. That Evie was a very useless girl. Annoying character. The only person who will be victim for this film, for this series, because nobody film have series, the only person who will be victim na Inspector Ogulesi, where they kill all our family members. Every other person na evil spirit. Na just the level of evil spirit we feed them. Nobody, everybody, from Obozo, Efeo, Dr. Ifeanyi played by Danielo, evil. Nosa played by Stella Damas, also evil. Liliana fed by that one, she just protect her interest. So I don't know, but na evil sha, but she just protect her interest. Tenny Aladese played Ivie, evil. Chidimo Keme, oh my God, that man too, he pissed me off. Teacher, can't they form self-righteous? Now you first put person picking for freezer. They can't kill your picking. I don't support violence of any kind though. They can't bomb your picking. Can't they do like say no be you first touch person? I say, hey, you know, some bad people, they shock when bad things happen to them. I'm like, you wake person. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Now why you gonna fear when the thing want do you? See, all in all, came here Adetiba, she finished work for this. That one person way at where that was the boy that played boy, was the boy. Now you that guy dey lawyer. Was the boy? He can't cry when Obos say, I beg you, they replaceable. Come on for here. He cry. I say, yeah, but it's good as they said it was replaceable, because if to say they not send them come out, they for kill them too. Go with they kill Obos. If you've never watched To Kill a Monkey, I think you should check it out. I think it was very well done. Now, sweet female. I don't know if my Benin accent makes sense. Please rate my don't rate it. My Edo accent. I'm not from Benin. I'm actually just from Edo State, but I can speak pidgin. I can hold my own. Anyway, I really enjoyed it, and I think all the cast, they did so well. Because if you see the way I was angry as I was watching this, I just the vex they go. You will know that they were really doing their job. Yes, How to Kill a Monkey. Now correct series we Kemi Adetiba do. And all the people they talk say, hey, it's not up to Kemi Adetiba standard. Shut it, please, because I don't know what you're talking about. To me, I really like this one more than King of Boys. I really did. I really did. And I enjoyed King of Boys. But I really like this one because it just addressed so many issues. And it kind of touched on the fact that regardless of your excuse for doing bad things, consequences are consequences. So there's something to learn from it. Now, there was a lot of badness, but the truth is that regardless of what you do or your excuse, everybody can have excuse for doing bad things. Everybody. Like, you can say, I did this because this. You can have, and your excuse, you know the funny thing, it can be good. It can be a good excuse, but it doesn't make it okay. Doing bad things, regardless of your excuse, whether it's a good excuse or not, it doesn't make it okay to do bad things. Poor period. Fine now. Please. On to the next one. Make me give us another one. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. Bye, guys.